Welcome. Thank you for choosing Florida Animan. We have a wide array of selections. Today's special is a free subscription if you just hit that red box down at the bottom. You know what? Never mind. Is there anything I can help you find today, sir? You got the stuff? Excuse me? I'm not quite sure I follow. You know, that new literature. Heard it was hot off the press and ready for pickup at this destination. Oh, you must be talking about the latest volumes of Goku Shifudo. Why didn't you just say so? Here you go, sir. Enjoy and have a great rest of your day. Pleasure doing business with you. Alright, you guys need to go check out this manga. Hell yeah. Alright. So Goku Shifudo, or The Way of the House Husband, is a manga that started serializing around 2018 and written by Kosuke Ono. I apologize if I'm butchering that. I don't really even want to give that much away from it. Go read this manga. It's worth your time. It's considered an action slice of life comedy about an ex-yakuza member that pursues his married life as a house husband and just does chores from shopping to standing in line to get the latest comic for his wife. There's no way to really put into words just how genuine this story is. It goes basically, each chapter is its own bit, so there's not really an overarching story. There's characters that come in and come out and just build this world of, it's just a city life with this guy that just runs basically day-to-day chores. Except what makes this so beautiful is because it's an ex-yakuza member, he's very grizzled and just hardened to a point where even normal day things are taken to such an extreme. There's points where he'll go to the store and he'll just walk up to the clerk and be like, yo, you got that white powder? And the clerk will just be super confused. What? And it's just, he just wants to buy flour. But he just never does anything to a normal extent. I believe the first chapter is legitimately him. I think his wife buys a Roomba and he just mad dogs it the entire time and just faces off to clean it better because he doesn't believe it's capable of doing its job properly. And just this dynamic in this face off of him taking just the most trivial thing seriously makes it's just this odd humor that I can't really describe until you read it. You just kind of get it. It's just kind of this aura of misunderstanding with people outside of his headspace and him just doing the most efficient or ridiculous method to completing a task. And the coolest thing is, I believe there's a 4-minute recreation of the first chapter on YouTube that aired over in Japan, and it's frame for frame the parts of the manga, and it's all live action. It's just as entertaining as reading that first chapter. Absolutely go check that out if anything, but you got to read this. It's not that long. I believe I don't even think it's reached 60 chapters, and they're not long chapters either because there's no real plot. I think there's only ever a couple chapters that have a part 2 where it continues into a mini story, and then it kind of goes back to it's a chore of the week instead of monster of the week. It's just a chore of the week. What makes this manga so wholesome is the dynamic that his wife basically works all day and pays the bills. So while he's home and doing all the chores, he makes sure he treats everything like it's a life or death situation, to the point where I'm genuinely convinced he would actually die in order to accomplish anything that would get in the way of his wife and her being happy or taking her away from her work. It's so ridiculous, and I love it. And just because he's not a Yakuza member at this point doesn't mean that most people don't still remember him because he was like known as the most notorious and just savage murdering member of the yakuza. So when people see him out in public, or the police or other yakuza members, they either stray away from him or they try to pick a fight with him because he's him. And it just creates this dynamic where he's just trying to go buy bread and he ends up getting in a street brawl on accident. It's like the cartoony fiascos of someone just like accidentally sticking their foot out and someone else tripping over it and them thinking they tripped him on purpose, and it just turns into this whole thing of just, oh, but I was trying to do that. The dynamic is incredible in this, and the writing is just, it's just simple enough that it gets the point across without just being too complex, but enough like humor in there to make you just think just enough to make it fun. And I genuinely can't recommend it enough. I think as of today, it might have been within the last 24 hours, an anime adaptation has been confirmed. I hold my breath until I see it actually happen, just because delays have been a very prevalent thing as of late. But even more interesting, it's an adaptation by Netflix. So as you can see, the manga, anime, the Netflix adaptation, I already got them covered. But I'm excited to see what they do with it, because it's such a simple premise that it's basically, I mean, I feel like it could be very simple, like Kaguya-sama, where it's 2 or 3 challenges or things that happen a day or an episode, and then they just build off of that. So that's all I really have to say about that for now. If you found any of this entertaining, you know the drill. I'm gonna beg. I'm gonna shill. Please subscribe. I love you if you do. I do stuff like this pretty much every single video. Check out some of these other ones. Hopefully you'll enjoy them. Leave a like on this video, and have a great rest of your day. Go read this manga. It's incredible. See ya.